I don't know if you're ready to hear this, but I need you to come in a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. Screw your passion. All right, now before you jump off or go into the comments and say, screw this guy, right? I actually walked around my office today and said that to a couple people, and I got the response I thought that I would get. And so if you give me 5 minutes, I'm going to argue to you why I believe that going after your passion is not what you should actually be doing, but that there's something much bigger than your passion. All right, so look, this could be a touchy subject, and it's touchy for me as well because I'm very big on going after your big dreams, going after what you're excited about, what you're on fire for. Here's the challenge. I come from an athletic background. I played basketball my entire life. If you play ball in a DMV or any area that's really big in basketball, you may have heard the hashtag ball is life, right? Like you get to a point where basketball is everything. Everything. Eat, sleep, all that, right? And so you can actually get to a point where basketball becomes your identity. And once you're done playing basketball, you don't know what else to do. Like you've never envisioned a life outside of playing basketball. And you almost get to this point where basketball is bigger than you, right? And so when you look at that movement that was created, the whole more than an athlete movement, that's why I love that so much, because you start to realize that basketball or art or music is not ever bigger than the individual who is participating in it, right? And so if you play ball, you know the whole, you go to LA Fitness and you're playing, you're there, you used to play ball back in the day, you're there just to play some pickup, get some cardio, you want to compete as well. And there's that one dude there that like this is his NBA finals, right? Like he's been playing for the last 15 years, every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday you go, he's there. And there's nothing wrong with, like, you got to stay in shape, go play, like, be competitive. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're fighting more at LA Fitness than you are for your family legacy, right? When you're fighting more at LA Fitness than you are for the school that your kids are going to get into, we kind of got a problem now. Because now you're taking that energy and you're putting all of this fire and this passion and this authority, all this drive into playing pickup at LA Fitness because you're passionate about basketball, but yet your purpose is to lead your kids, right? You're still going out and, guys, I love, man, listening to some Usher, some Maxwell. I'm very passionate about singing some throwback Usher, okay? I do that where people can't hear because I'm not very good at it. So if I was super passionate, still holding on to that dream of being Chris Brown, and I used to have Chris Brown on my MySpace page, and I used to learn all the dances and stuff. My last name is Brown, so but that's another thing. I was passionate about dancing, but ain't nobody passionate about watching me dance, right? And so it's cool to do things that you enjoy, that are fun for you. But if you're going to choose to invest your time into something, I think you're much more fulfilled investing into what your purpose is. Not necessarily what you're passionate about, but what your purpose is, right? I was doing some research on the words. I like to study etymology. And you look at the word passion. Passion is about what serves us, what excites us, right? When you look at the word purpose, purpose is about what contributes, what adds to society, what adds value, what solves problems, what makes an impact. And so I say that to say not go after your goals and dreams, but when you're deciding what you're going to do, you got to ask yourself, is this something I'm passionate about, or is this a purpose for me? Because passion runs out. Passion can be up and down. Passion, you can be excited today and then down tomorrow. But purpose is something that is bigger than you. And there's nothing that will stop somebody that's clear on why they're here. There is nothing that can stop someone who has a spirit for impact, a spirit for their purpose and why they've been called to this earth and what they're going to be able to do, what their existence is for while they're here on earth. And so I submit to you, your purpose is much more valuable than your passion. And if you have a choice to choose, I would suggest choosing going after the purpose you feel called to. But in order to do so, You got to do some self-internalization. You got to do some self-audits. You got to really dig and ask the big questions, the scary questions, the ones that are uncomfortable, so you can figure out what is it that you've been called to do and who is it that needs you to walk in that call. So with that being said, no, I'm not saying screw you and your goals and dreams. No, but I am saying that your purpose is calling you. And I'll leave you with this. If you feel called to do something big, but you're afraid to do it, understand that got passed down to you, right? Like, there's this generational curse called fear that gets passed down from generation to generation to generation, and now it sits with you. And because it hasn't been broken through, it's been passed down to you, and you have a choice. Either you step up to break through that fear, or you say, hey, I'm going to pass it down to my kids. I'm going to leave it to them to do, right? They say what you don't transform transfers. Right? So if I know I've been called to something big, but I'm afraid to step into it, and so I run away from it, I let the fear consume me. What I'm saying is, hey, one day I'm going to have kids. It's going to be easier to just dump it. I'm going to dump my fear off to them, and I'm going to let them have to deal with the bondage that I was unwilling to heal and grow through. And so if you're watching this video or any content that I post, one thing I believe for my life is that if anyone meets me, after you have a conversation with me, I want you reevaluating, are you doing something that you feel called to do? Are you doing something that you feel is purposeful? Or are you doing something that someone else told you had to do? Are you living life on your terms or somebody else's terms? Right? Because at the end of the day, no one can know what you're truly called to. That's up to you and who created you. Y'all take care, man. Be on the lookout for more content. If you felt like this is valuable, like it, share it, subscribe it. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this new season of Evolution TV and what we're ramping out here. So, yes, like, share, send it to somebody. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Evolution TV. Take care.